Good pardons. How are you in front of me? And how do I feel in front of you? I know who you are. Most of you. Because there's not many right now. So that reflects how I'm going to know who they are after. Because the many that don't know, okay, or that do know and they don't care, those are few. There are many who don't know. But they don't know what. Looks like this. Either it's going to be a hit or it's going to be an out. How are we going to look at this ball game? What am I doing here? What am I trying to express? I'm not practicing anything. I'm just trying to unwind a little bit because they've been really ripping me off lately. I've had a lot of good videos, a lot of really good stuff. The only thing I can say is my belief grows. It grows so strong, it's insane. I need a helper. I need that. I can do it myself, but I need that outside lift. Just press like. I need that outside lift to know that I'm on the right track. Right now, as of this point, regardless of what's been in between, there's been a little bit, and whatever it is. So where can I start? Let's go back to, I don't know if you saw the videos because they all got cut. The black in our eye, okay? Black, a product of blue, yellow, and red. Black. It's in the electronic world, and one of the reasons it's in the electronic world, I wanted to show you something, but just don't know where it is. You want to just stay there for a minute? No, I don't know where it is. Oh, it's right in front of my eyes. Bought a Rubik's Cube, okay, and the first thing I saw in Rubik's Cube is that the white ghost was the sticker on the front. He was the first one. He divided up and he became those 6 planets of red spirit, okay? And then the red, right, the yellow and the orange, all the color combinations, I'd have to turn it back. You know, and then we have an H made with yellow and green. So what color did that make? Because we can make the H. We can do just about anything with this. What I just wanted to say is, see, this is the way it sits, the world, like this, and it turns like this. That's why you see that big wobble. And this, okay, sits in what I call the ocean. And you want to see the ocean? Here it is. You see what it stands on? That's our world. It's turning like this. And in between, while it turns like that, it's able to do this, and this, and this. You know what I'm saying? It can just make all those turns. Can you see it all? Can you see it all? Is there anything? What did you see? The green one seemed to stick there, right? So yeah, we're like turning, and I don't know exactly how it works, if it's we're hovering like this, or we're islands in the sun, and then we can turn, and this turns. So anyways, anyway, I'm just gonna jump to one thing. Let's go back to the eye, okay? Oh my God, I did some stuff on the Mayan calendar. Their count is so right on, bang on. I've calculated the same thing as them, and I even get 212. Do you know what 212 is? There's 212, there's 313. Oh, we're not going anywhere with this project right now, eh? A little slow. Okay. First of all, I'm going to show you the 7 reasons, some cards. Cards that don't exist. This one over here, the 7 card. 4 corners of God, and the 3 spirits of God. The 2 spada spirit, the 5 ring spirit, which is central office, this is Jupiter, and the 8, which is the water world of Neptune, which is the heaven, okay? Then you have the 7 over here, which is the east-west man on the 3 X's, with the 4 corners of God. So when you put this one over this one, okay, this spot here and this spot here ends up with an X. You end up with 5 X's and 4 O's. So 5 X's is 120 plus 60, it gives you 180. And 180, and when you get 180 and 180, you get 360. And the ball game's over. We're going through a life transfer. We definitely are. Oh my God. What's happening next week? What's happening next week? What's next week? I just say what's next week? What's today? No. Today is November 3rd. It is at my time, Eastern Standard Time, 7:10 in the evening on 2011. On November 7th, I pass a small notch into my world of 7286 because it changes to 73 now. Now we get the three worlds connected. The worlds I just showed you at 72, okay, does not show this 7 over here. It shows this 7 and this 7. 4 corners and 3. You see, they're all different because they all turn differently. Okay? And if you notice 3, okay, everything makes a 7. So we have the 4 corners and the 4 corners of this one and the 4 corners of that one, making the 12 corners, or the columns, or the what's it called, stones, the, what do you call it, the columns? You don't call it the columns, they call them the stones, the stepping stones, the columns. There's 12 columns, and there's 10 commandments, equaling to 22, which equals to one life. But that one life, okay, took 4 suits to create that one life on earth. So it took 3 other suits to create one suit, equaling to 31, the one spirit creation. 3 suits created one heart. Therefore, your one suit plus the 3 other suits give you a value in this world of 88. Now, in order to connect, okay, in each of the steps of the suits, there's 3 suits, 3 levels of connection. Add 3 to 88 plus 3 to 88 equals 91. Now you have the 3 reasons for the 3 pedals of the piano, and now you have the 52 keys on the piano, the 88 total. You have 22 of life. You have the 12 columns of the 10 commandments. And let's get on to something else. Have you ever noticed how it works with cards? You see the ace, okay, check out, it's one heart, it's in the center, right? You see the deuce? Now, what other cards between the ace and the deuce, what happens to the ace and the deuce? It creates the 3 cards, 3 of those dots in a row. You have not seen any corners yet. Do you know what a corner is? I'm going to show you. 1, 2, I'm going to do this right, 3, okay. This is how it works. Oh, no, I got to do one more thing, okay. This is how it works, okay. This is Delta House, okay. In Delta House, okay, here's the steps. You have the 1 dot, you have the 2 position dot, you have the 1 and 2 position making the 3 dot. That, in all actuality, does not even show up in the 4 angle. This 4 angle completes the creation of 1, 2, and 3. Okay? And it goes in the 4 angles of God, okay, by going 1 in the center here, 1 in the top, and all the way 1 in the bottom. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make an X for that. Okay? So now you have the eye, okay? And at the same time, which is the angle of heaven, okay, for the earth, the way we move around, don't forget, we need the angle, which are the 4 corners, okay? One of the angles, the 4 corners, is for the 5-2 connection, which is the beta world. It's the blue world, it's the blue sky. It's a 5-2-7. Man is a 1-6-7, and God is a 3-4-7. Do I have the 3-4-7? Oh, come on. Oh, right here. Here's the 3-4-7. This one right here where my hand is moving, it has the 4 on the corners, and there's a 3 in the middle, and it's a total of 7. They're all 7. 7, 7, 7. That's why in all these gambling games, the different styles you see, it's because of different actions that the creator took when he did this whole thing. And then he passed it on. He passed everything on because we're a continuation. We're like his fingertips for him out here. We're continuously, he's got a couple of billion people create, he's one mind, and we're all billions of minds, so why do you think everything that happens? He is so much stronger than us because he's all of us. Whatever we all think, he knows. Right away, he can mix it all up in his head. I have to talk to you, to listen to him, to go to YouTube, to get the information. This information is just transported directly to him. He just grows so fast. Okay? And he covers up space. I don't know what he does with the information and how he controls the whole thing. For all we know, everything we know in the world, okay, is about this big. See the size of that hole? See? This is it. All the information in the entire world is in this cube. Oh! I dropped it! Where is it? Oh my God, where is it? Oh, I see. It's a diamond in the rough. Look, Daddy, I found a diamond in the rough. Look, it's got points all over and dots. Oh, Daddy, it's so beautiful. I want to wear the world around me. All the information of the world. When you get two of these, what do you got? Snake eyes. They call them the pigs. P-I-G. And now Pine Island something or other. There's an iceberg that's breaking off. Anytime you talk about berg and you know a little bit about the world, you have to now look at the Lindenberg. And now this other berg that's in our, whatever, in the higher up world right now, who's looking to crush, basically, everything on this planet and change it into something a little bit different. So the Berg had to change. And not only that, on Seinfeld, he said, Berg, how come I remember all these things all the time? That's why I don't even prepare for these videos anymore. Okay? Another thing about the reason for Spirit of 19, okay, is because of this image. You see all those little lines? Okay? There's 8 lines, all going to 1, so we count it as 9. Okay? We follow a track of the 9 spirits. It connects. They connect and they reconnect. On the top spirit, okay, the G spirit, okay, the G point, that's where we're going to be in 2014, and that exact point, at the G point, where the stations connect. Okay? I didn't finish doing the design. I'm sorry. You probably would like it because I know everybody loves what I do. Okay. Oh, did I have something in my tooth? What? You're drinking a Coke. I want a Coke too. I like Coke. Yeah, I know about Pepsi and 7-Up. How about Dr. Pepper? Anyways, I'm not sure if you ever saw one of my drop designs. I'm going to have to be ending this anyways. I'm not going to explain the whole thing. I know too much. This is what you call a drop design. It explains the reasons for 1, 1, 1 and 11 and 11. This is the middle of the roulette board. I had to restructure it so you would understand what an eye looks like. If I turn this paper this way, right, those crosses between each one of those lines, they're all eyes. I just can't draw. Or, if you put the lines the other way, they're all lips. Okay? Take a good look in there. There's someone looking at you. If I design that right, you'll see a person looking at you. And there's also 2 lines right over here. One there and one there, the separation. It's all diamonds. It's your upper dermis, you know? So anyways, what this designs, okay, is that on the cross center, the 16 all the way to the 21, the total count is 111. Not only that, it's a red above a red and a black above a black and a red above a red. So when you see that, it shows 111. It shows the number of the same number value. Now, like I told you before, we play with 2 dice, and there's 4 sides to it. So 4 by 111 is 444, times 4 is 1776. Independence Day. The dice met up on Independence Day. All with that 111. And don't forget, when you have a division of the black, You now have the digital division. Okay? Now don't forget the roulette betting, the numbers are not square. They're long, and they have an egg-like shape, and then they have the number inside. So you have to reflect on everything inside the design of the table, and don't forget the green for life. How can you forget the green for life? Green means life, and that yellow. What happens to our leaves? They turn green, they turn yellow, they turn red, and just like on the Rubik's Cube, if I can twist up the leaves, I can probably look inside and see their DNA. Anyways, I'm not going to get into this because I'm going to do a new one for this, but I do want to tell you one thing. Like I said, the black dot in your eye, okay, it goes inside of you, okay? Everything crisscrosses, creating V's, creating deltas, because all these diamonds, okay, if you split them in half, okay, it's a triangle. A, B, C. There's so many ways to play this. It's so much fun, the game. I'm never sure which way to go and what to tell anybody. Anyways, this also looks like a spider. Why do you think, who built the Mayan pyramids? The ants come marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants come marching one by one, hurrah. Because they were the first of creation. Who else can it be? March. Easter, when the first angels were created. Why do I say that first? Hello. They tested the monkeys and everything else. They made the angel likeness, okay, in this electronic world, so they can go through it and see how it is. And also, it's the number 4. Someone had to go to 4. Who went to third base? Catcher, first, second, third base, catcher. You got 4 positions. The 4 angles are covered. The 4th letter in Greek is delta, okay? With that, you cover 3 angles, because what do you have to cover home plate for? Someone's coming up. You're all on base still, or you're all in the field. So whatever it is, reverse it. A triangle, I mean a diamond cut in half is a delta. It's an angel. It's a half an angel. It's not the whole field, but it makes up one part of the field. What part of the field? Well, 1/4, of course. There's only 4 suits in the deck. Obviously, if there's a hidden suit, we'd know, but there's 2 hidden suits that nobody notices. We are one of the suits. We're the Joker, we're the Black Joker, we're the Red Joker, we're the clowns. We are the player, the game, the heart. We are the life, equaling 22. But when you put the 4 cards involved in the 22, you get 88. Why? Because it's 4 times, there's 4 suits. And you double that up and double that up, and you get 1776 again. Well, October 4th of 2014 is a repeat of that time. The 2 cubes will meet. The movement has already commenced. The icebergs are moving. There's not a meltdown for nothing. If you think they're coming just from outer space, hello, cluttered space, we are taking a position in space as this planet. We are in a position. If it comes from outer space, well, it's not in their space either. It's the other space. Okay? It's another part of God's world. So they can't come from there because it wouldn't be fair in the game. So therefore, a little bit from outer space? Sure. They are the stars. They are the moon. They are the planets. And they're inside our Earth, splitting the Mississippi, running down Kansas City and causing tornadoes. It's not their fault. It's all in the game book. Hello, when you're looking for evolution of the mind, if you don't jog the mind and let man free and put boundaries with the 10 commandments, what else do you want him to do? He made it simple. You got 10 fingers and 10 toes. You can come up with 2 reasons for every single one of those commandments just to follow in this world. So do you think we would ever have learned something if we listened to all those commandments? I think we'd have in general, we would have so much more time on our hands because we're not bothering to argue about something that needs no argument. What is going wrong? Not get mad, why do you ask what's going wrong? Well, I'm coming here to help you out. Okay, let's discuss it. You must discuss the in-between. It's the walls that build it, from the foundation and everything on each angle and corner. Everything in between is a foundation. If you don't discuss the in-between, that's part of life. you want to live forever? Don't you want to live forever? Isn't that what you always want? No one wants to die? But yet you won't pay the small price from understanding that if you don't fill in the in-between, something's wrong. The in-between here is the white backspace. Okay? What would be there if there was no backspace? It would be forever and ever, right? Right now in our world, the backspace is blue. Beta blue, baby blue eyes, the ocean, the pearls. Oh, Texas T, JR, Jack Raphael, Mr. T, MrTacpans's. He is on all the numbers. He can give you a ring count that counts up the Mayan calendar over and over to the same time. I'm not too sure what happens in 2012, although it does come up, because what I want to show you is 2012 is the two red ones up there, okay? The little dot is the space. The 12 is in the center, okay? And the reason I say that, it's got the two colors, and the other ones are at the bottom. You see they're different colors? Because they're red, the other one's black. So just this design, and I took this design off the roulette board. This comes off the roulette, and I count all the numbers. The two black numbers equal 37. The three worlds that I showed you of God before. And I can show you again, and it comes up on roulette and in all the cards, because the rules of the card games and the rules that the pit bosses have to follow, and the rules that the dealers have to follow, and the number of seats around the table, the carpeting, the lighting, the people, how loud it is. You can open this up so wide, but you know what? I ain't opening up no oysters right now. No way. This has been a good session. There's a lot more I can show you. What else is in here? Expo's baseball design. Oh, did I do the water? And I didn't finish with the in between the eyes. Okay, let me finish the eyes, okay? The black dots in your eyes, you got two of them. So you got two lines right away. Now they say it makes an X. I don't care what they say, X this way, X this way, X it out. If it makes an X, it's got to go to a central system. How that works, I'm not a doctor. Let's call it the central system, which is Patong, which is a clam. What do you call a patong? Oh, it really bothers me. Now I'm going to sound, what is the patong? Scallop. I think it's a scallop. Well, take a look. Okay, what I think is the hooks of the jack go into there. Okay? And it hooks up to the spirit system in that patong. And your cordial, whatever, in the back of your neck here, right? You ever see the people with the raccoon hats? Well, you have a tail on the back, almost like two teeth, okay? But it's two little tails sticking out of the back that sticks into the cordial, whatever, central nervous system, okay? It's in your head. It's like a flip. It's like an envelope flip, okay? I don't care what the doctors say. You have to understand me exactly. If you're going to go, no, I don't think so, without saying, what do you mean? You got to ask me, what do you mean? Never tell me you can, it's impossible. Okay, ask me what I mean, explain to me what you mean, and let's find out the possibilities. Because if you start telling everybody else that it's not possible and deciding everything on your own, well, they're all against each other now, and I don't want to see that, okay? I'm not in for that. I'm just not in for that. You know, I go to certain limits for certain things, for whatever, but anyways. What else is there? Wolfman Jack, VO, 4 and 610, Life. Oh yes, we're going to go back to the eyes. And there's two worlds, I found out. How can I not be so stupid? Okay, somehow I'm right off. This world is feeding two worlds. I don't know what that means. Is it the science area that's taking a lot of stuff out of this world just for themselves, and we don't see it because they're flying air jets and in the war? Who's using up all that oil? Is it us warring against people, or is it us driving on the streets? Or is it the beta world that's consuming within us, in the belly of the whale? And who's the whale? Who's the whale? What's the name of the whale? Moby Dick, right? MD 13 4 17 8. heaven's core. Oh my God, inside this earth. They're under us. There's a flow. There's a flow. We're in pieces. There's separations. There's space between us somewhere, because there's an element that there's a world inside of us. I can't explain what it is. There's just too much background. Too much background. Okay? There's too much background. And plus, Rubik's Cube. Okay? Where's the silver world? To make those bars inside Rubik's Cubes work, you really want the silver kind of bars and not the, what do you call it, just the nylon? The gray world. Maybe it's the gray world. Anyways, back in your head. So it's connected to the scalp in the back, and where there's electronics in the air. Your hair stands up. I don't understand the way the whole thing works, but it doesn't take a lot of it. The 10% of your energy, okay, plus your high and low blood pressure, okay, constantly pumping in with sparks, and the electricity, everybody knows, don't you know? I type it in, you get the information. It's an electricity. Well, I get that electricity, or we get that electricity in our minds. When God sends down the element of spirit, how does it get here? Well, we're all coded. So that electrical current will go there and it'll tell us the information and it'll feed us. Okay? And that's how the current works. And when it's too dry or when it's too cold and when the temperatures are different, there's always a different function. You're feeling different because you have to fight. You both fight both elements to get connected together. And that's the way you're connected. And so that 10% you need is because you have 2 dice cubes. 5 this way. There is no 5 this way. The 5 is this way. Everybody sees a 5 this way, but it's this way. It's the 5 this way inside the 5 this way is what makes everything work. And that's the 10% of your mind. Okay? If you want to see 11 because it's the one spirit and it's a little bit stronger because of the one spirit that comes in, you can say the 11% of your mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the red spirit that'll bring you up to 11%. Now, if they're saying we're using 12 and 13 and 14%, well, what is their basis? Okay? Because according to this, the only thing you can have extra is the one spirit. And oh my God, the 2 spirit of beta. But when you connect with all your angels, okay, oh my God, it goes very high. But the basic is to connect the 3rd base. So you go up 4 more %. So you go to 14%. You hit 14%. 1 and 4 is 5. You want to see where you are? You are dead center. You have a choice to go where you choose. The game is over. You again came into the world as one, and you leave this world as one. Oh, I got goosebumps. Oh, like I said, did I tell you? So inside the head, this is all connected to the red spirit, and then there's other things with the chakras and all that. I don't want to get into that. And anyway, since there's 4 cards, and the X, if the X comes into there, and that's why you have the X, because one goes in and one goes out. Don't forget, the red spirit comes in, is the way I'm understanding. I think it's the yellow that comes with it is the energy that forces the negative return with the thought. The thought in, your thought out. Your thoughts in, the incoming, the outgoing. The incoming, the outgoing. All the protocols. All these computer companies, all the numbers they're using, it's all basic. It's I mean, I'm not into this, but I just know it's all basic because these are all the numbers God used to create. It's tic-tac-toe. You know what I'm saying? This is the greatest world I've ever seen. I just love it. And you all know that here it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will say is God's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll say that's beta God. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll say that's man. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's angel. Okay? But angel doesn't get anything else. It only gets to be connected to man because she's the angel islands, the 4 islands. Okay? The angel islands, Delta Islands. So if you want to look up anything to do with Delta Islands, angel islands, and what's in between of these islands? most likely is the Bermuda Triangle. Okay? There's, according to this, is that if you have 4 pieces to a pie, right, and everything meets in the same area, okay, we sort of create the diamond, okay, on one side, but on the other side, okay, you see this little thing here? This is the suction. This is what turns. It made the diamond on one side for a spirit connect, and on the other side it turns. So when this turns in the Bermuda Triangle, it sucks you down. There's a crack and a crevice. There's something underneath the ocean. Okay? 100%. Like I said. And the Mediterranean, there's a big connection. Salt. Sugar, salt. One day I'll bring it up in one of my videos. Sugar, salt, all kinds of spices. Fruits. Oh my God. Have you ever seen the water come from the upper end of lakes? How good is that water? Okay? How long did it take before it ran down the mountain and transformed? Do you want to know something about pasteurization? You grow fruits, water goes through the ground, the elements of God, okay? What's in that water, the electricity that goes into that fruit, is choice of what God created for it to want. He said, you will be an apple, and you will be like this, and you will be like this, and you'll be like this. But he created the apple for another reason, because it was something deeper into creation, all these fruits. It was actually what was already existing before, because he needed the honeybee to create the nest, to do any of this to begin with. It all started with the bees. It was the birds and the bees. It was beta. She is a beta, she is a bubby, she is everything in the world. She is yellow and black. She is the beta world energy that helped the red spirits come into man, to be able to live here on this planet, in order to learn over time. When they say thousands of years have gone by, and I say thousands of years, I'm only 48. I've only been here 48 years. I don't know anything before. So how long have you been here on Earth? Thousands of years. Listen to what they wrote. They only wrote it within thousands of years, but don't forget, books were rewritten. I mean, a book from 10,000 years ago, if you find that book and you can still read it, hello. Yes, the black sun, the time is done. So your fruits that grow from the ground, the colors that come, they come from the rainbow. It's the moisture that goes in the air. It's the spirit. It's the color of the spirit and what it does to this electronic planet. And it turns those colors, and it turns the fruits and vegetables those colors because of the nutrients inside the water. Everything's got to be the iceberg. Ice equals diamond. Diamond, berg. Berg, Seinfeld. Ice. Everything to do with a diamond. Diamond. We got diamonds all over our hands. The intertwining of our skin is like diamonds all the time. You know, it's almost like the grillage. The reason for 144,000 midway angels is because this is how it goes. 144,000 midway angels. Do I get a cross? I make one cross this way, and one cross this way, and one. Anyways, I just make the cross from all the directions. Okay, and you get 4. Okay, so each one is a value of 10. Like I told you, each corner 10, 10, 10, 10. So you go 10 times 10 is 100, is 1,000, is 10,000. Okay, now there's 4 sides, is 40,000. No, there's 9, it's 4 times 9. I'm sorry, when you cross everything, there's 9 islands, 4 crosses of 9 islands, 36, 4 sides, 144, 10 times 10 times 10, because 1 cross 10, 2 cross 10, 3 cross 10 equals 144,000 midway angels, because that's the way it works. I can't say more. Anyways, it's enough for now, because there's so much more. Eat your fruits and vegetables, because they're sending you a message. If you've chosen to eat them, there's a message inside for everybody. That's what they say in all the commercials, and guess what? It's true. But you have to choose. You have to choose the good. Choose the good. Anyways, next week, we have one more week. It is the 3rd. We have 7 days left. I am on a countdown right now. What will the small change become of this world in 1 week from the 3rd of the 11th of 2011. Have a good night.